Hello everybody, welcome back to Country Boy Cooking with Marshall. I got something I want to show y'all today. Something that I really forgot to show y'all. Should have showed it to you a long time ago. But let me tell you a little story about what happened to Mama around a year before she passed away. And of course, if you didn't know this, y'all, even from day one, when Mama and I started filming, when we started with that little biscuit recipe, Mama had been fighting leukemia for around 6 years at that time, but she didn't want me to tell nobody online, she didn't want everybody to know she was sick, and that's the reason she was always real pale, especially up to me when I work out in the sun. But y'all, let me tell you something that happened about a year before she died, and it was so exciting. I mean, she was over the moon excited about it. And I tried to compose myself. I got a call from a company. Anybody ever heard of Park Designs? It's Park Designs Split P now. You look them up on Facebook, Park Designs. They give us a call, and they noticed Mama, she was getting millions of views, on Facebook and YouTube. And so they called us up and wanted to have a meeting. Wanted to know if we was interested in maybe having Momma Joyce products. And we was like, really? Okay, we can talk about it. And so, to make a long story short, I think they was in a state, y'all, I really forgot what state they was in. Was it North Carolina or somewhere, Tennessee? I really forgot. But they called me and my wife up there. We went up to meet with all of them. Meet with all the executives and everything. And y'all, you're talking about a little country boy right here going up there thinking, these people want to put my mama's logo on products and clothes and kitchen stuff, mainly. And so, we went up there, y'all. So my wife, Lynn, and I rode there, and they put us up in the hotel for the night so we could have a meeting with them the next morning. And y'all, I remember when we come up to the factory, it's a huge warehouse, and it was pouring down rain. I mean, it was raining cats and dogs. And we were sitting there and thinking, Lord, we didn't even bring an umbrella. And all of a sudden, here come a guy. And I thought he was going to his car, but he come around to the door and he had an umbrella. And he said, y'all, Mr. and Mrs. Woods? I said, yeah. He was the CEO of the company. And he had brought an umbrella out there, got us out of the car, brought us in. And at the entrance, there was this huge display welcoming us. And I was, it blew my mind. Then they brought us on a tour of the plant, and it was a huge place, telling us all about it, who they were and everything. And they make all the specialty products, real nice stuff, it's really higher end stuff for the house, kitchen, anything like that. And they was wanting to talk to us about maybe, doing some aprons, some dish rags, some pot holders and stuff like that with a Momma Joyce logo on it. And I'm thinking, really? And so then they really blew my mind. I am trying so hard to compose myself. They brought us to a big old room. I'll never forget it. They had a big old wall just plumb full of Momma Joyce stuff. And they set us down, and man, I was blown away. They had all kind of stuff with Momma Joyce on it. They made logos, and they was wanting my approval on this and that, and showing us this and that. And I was just like in a whirlwind because I was absolutely blown away, everybody. But the products were so beautiful. They showed us the prototypes. And by the way, some of the prototypes I'm fixing to show y'all. They let me have them. They let me bring them home. But I remember calling Mama. At the time, Mama was too sick to go up there with us. She wanted to come, but she just didn't feel like traveling. And so Lynn and I went along. But yeah, they had all these products with Mama's name on it and everything, and they was wanting to, and they had a big old catalog, and they was going to dedicate a whole section of that catalog to Momma Joyce. And man, I was like, you couldn't have felt no better if you won the lottery. I mean, it's just a shock. But they let me keep some of these things, y'all, and I'm fixing to show them to you. I'm trying my best to keep a straight face, because I still miss her real bad. I really do. I'm up here in the kitchen. And a lot of times people ask me when I cook outside, like, Marshall, why are you cooking outside for? Because every time I come up here and cook in this kitchen, I think about her and I'll bawl my eyes out. I really do. I do. It's just like, it just happened yesterday. But I'm going to treasure these things, and I'm going to tell everybody right now, none of this stuff is for sale. I wouldn't take nothing for none of it. It's not for sale. And one of her biggest sayings when we all started a little cooking show and everything, she started getting millions of views instantly, y'all. It wouldn't have put a video up and build up to a lot of viewers. They just fell in love with her on the internet. It was a God thing in my eyes. But right here is a saying that she said first, and it always stuck with me. She said, you know, son, this little program all started with a little piece of bread. You know, the little biscuit video. And look what part design did. It all started with a piece of bread. At the time, her show was called Momma Joyce's Country Cooking. But it all started with a piece of bread. And I love this. This is priceless to me, you know. It really is. Here's another one talking about they broke bread in their home and had a little Momma Joyce's little logo on it there. Momma Joyce's Country Cooking. And right here's one I really treasure. If you want this recipe, I'll put this one at the end of the video so you can write it down. But look, they put Mama's meatloaf recipe on the dish towel. See? Meatloaf recipe, Momma Joyce's Country Cooking. I treasure that. And right here, I've got a few more pieces out there in storage, everybody, but I just thought I'd bring and show y'all a few of them. The kitchen is my happy place. And I really love these things right here. Now these right here, like I say, are prototypes. And right here's one I really like, everybody, the rest of these. Now this right here, before I show it to you, Mama's logo here, it's a patch on it, but it would have been stitched into this. So just let you know that, but look at this. Here's one of the gloves. Look. That's priceless to me, y'all. Look at that. Like I say, that's a patch that they put just to show me a prototype. It would have been stitched in. And here's the red one. See that? Of course, we got a couple of these pot holders, you know, gloves, whatever you want to call it. See that? These little things come out. They got it on it too. It's upside down. See that, y'all? Then we come to the main thing. I wore one of these right here on the show one time. But when Mama passed away, man, we had to do a lot of storage and everything. These things were in deep storage, and I found them today. Look. So Mama told me, they was asking me, Marshall, you think we should make 1,000 of them starting with or 2,000? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I ain't never tried to sell nothing like that, but that's it. And of course, we got the red one here. I wore this right here on the show before. See that? All of them have her little logo on it. So, let me get the camera out right here right quick and I'll pan all this stuff for you. And here we go again. And I'll start with a piece of bread. It's my favorite one, Mama's meatloaf recipe. And all the things that had Mama's logo on it that would have been stitched in. Y'all, she was just flabbergasted that people was paying her attention like this. And me too. I mean, I didn't even know how to film or edit back then at all. But that's it. And there's more out there, but I just thought I'd show y'all this right here. So y'all, that's the story. I never told that before. I might have mentioned it before a few times, a couple of 3 years ago. But Mama got sick and passed away before any of this could, you know, come to fruition. But I've got her memories in so many ways. I've got all of her videos on my YouTube channel, Country Boy Cooking Marshall on YouTube. Just scroll way down. I got like 200 or 300 videos there. But I've got 60 something of hers there. Just scroll way down past all mine, and you can see every one I've ever made of her. Well, y'all, I just thought I'd drop in right quick. You know, I just had to compose myself to do this to start with, because when I'm up here in this kitchen, the memories just flood in. I mean, I just still see her walking around here. And of course, this right here is one of my favorites, one of our fans, and God bless you, ma'am, whoever you was that did this. Y'all, Mama's got so many gifts out there in storage. I mean, nice gifts and stuff, and I ain't got a clue who sent them. So thank y'all, everybody that sent her something. Every time I went to the mailbox, the post office box, she would have cards, I'm telling you, inch thick or more, every day. And it was just overwhelming. I mean, she couldn't even get to all the cards. She didn't even read all of them before she passed away. There were so many of them. She was reading all she could every night when she could. But let me show you this right here. I took this picture of mine and Mama's hands holding on her deathbed because I always wanted her to know I was always there for her. Look at this. One of her fans sent that. This is priceless, y'all. I wouldn't take $10,000 for this. I wouldn't. Not $10,000. I would not take it. See her little white hand. I tell you one thing though, my mama knew she was loved before she passed away. She passed away right here in the next bedroom over there. And so like I say, when I cook outside a lot, it's because every time I cook up here, the pain returns. It does. I mean, I can't help it. You know, it's just been over 2 years. March 31st, 2021 is when she passed away. I want to thank y'all again. Thank every one of y'all for making the last 2 years of her life the most incredible, the most exciting. She used to couldn't wait for me to get up here to film her again. But anyway, thank y'all, and thank y'all for following me, because I promised her on her deathbed that I would continue her legacy, and I shall. Bless everybody. Let you know always Jesus is Lord in our house. I'll see you later.